guys, it's Khalilah here from the Social Changemakers podcast. I am here at the community garden in Forest Heights, Prince George's County, with one of my partners. The town of Forest Heights, we support them in their community garden. We bring, some labor, we bring supplies, we bring our knowledge, and we come and we, meet the community here. So just want to say, you guys are going on a garden tour today to learn about the work that we're doing here with the town of Forest Heights, and we're going to speak to some of the elected officials here and share about our partnership and share about how important it is to give back, to be in service to your community. So join me in the garden. Our first start is our educational space here in the garden. We use this area to demonstrate different things, to grow different things, and to teach those who come, who want to learn about different aspects of gardening. So I'm just going to share with you right quick. This is our sunflower bed. Sunflowers are so important to the ecosystem in the garden. Our birds love the seeds. The flowers just bring so much beauty, and it's just a great way to share what it is we're doing with the kids. Sunflowers grow really fast, and they get to see it, come from seed to harvest over the summer months. So that's what this is in this bed. And then over here we have some pumpkins. So come October, these pumpkin vines will be full of pumpkins for the kids to harvest and take home during the harvest season of pumpkins. So that one there as well. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details because you're probably not here for the gardening. You're here for the lessons in nonprofit work. And one of the major lessons for us is partnerships. It is very important that you work to nourish and develop and nurture your partnerships. Do whatever it is that you can within your means to support each other, because your partners may need your help one day. If you're able to, go above and beyond the call of duty and supporting them, they'll do the exact same for you. And even if they don't, you still go above and beyond, because one lesson that I've learned over the years, that if you're not willing to do more than what you're being paid for, you're not going to be paid to do more. Okay? So let me make sure I say that clearly. If you're not willing to do more than what someone's paying you to do, it's not going to happen for you where someone's going to pay you to do more, because you're not putting in the effort that you need to put in the first place. So always be willing to go above and beyond when it comes to the task. And that works the same in partnerships and relationships and the work that you're doing for your nonprofit. Go above and beyond for your partners. Give them a reason to want to call you back. Give them a reason to want to support you and bring you into what it is that they're doing. All right, so we are here with one of the community public figures for oh my gosh, well, I'm about to say Fort Washington. Forest Heights. She might hurt me if I call another place.
Yeah, look who's coming.
Yes. Oh, we got another public figure in the room for the town of Forest Heights. But right now we are speaking with Miss Brownson. Yes, come on in, have a seat. Come get close to a sister.
They're recording.
Yes. So we are recording. You want to say hello? Hello to the social media world.
Hello.
Yes.
Greetings from the town of Forest Heights Community Garden.
You
right
stay
here
ready.
On 135 Huron Street.
North Huron.
She ain't got to get ready. She stay ready. You want to tell everybody who you are?
I am Jamila McDonald, and I serve as council member for Ward 1, and am grateful
to
this experience with Denney House and Miss Khalilah and her wonderful volunteers. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeding and planting and growing and learning. It's a new thing for me. No, I don't have a green thumb, but Khalilah does. So she's here to teach us and help us, and we're looking forward to some great things.
Yes. So thank you. And now for Miss Brownson, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Teresa Brownson. I represent Ward 2 in the town of Forest Heights. I'm glad to be here at the garden. I don't have a green thumb like Council President McDonald mentioned, but I am learning. I'm so willing to learn how to grow and harvest my own fruits and vegetables so I can eat healthy and organically. And this is a new partnership with Denney House, and I'm so glad that they are here. They are teaching us so much and helping us to beautify the garden and grow the garden for the community.
Yes.
So thank you to Denney House and thank you to Ms. Khalilah.
And I just want to say, we've been partners with the town of Forest Heights for a few years now. And we're only just beginning this relationship with the community garden and the green team. And I've just been blessed to learn to get to know you ladies. There's another young lady who had to step out, and we're going to talk to her later. I'm sure she's going to want to say hello to you all. But the reason why we are here is due to, like the lady said, our partnership with my nonprofit, the Denney House, and also the fact that I am a master gardener. So I was called to come in and support their community garden, to share my knowledge and to help just facilitate and organize what they already, the beautiful, thing that they already have growing here. And just to nourish the relationships and to help bring the old and the new together and help us work together. So it's slowly coming along. We have some who aren't so ready for change. We have some who are open to change. And we have some who are just, hey, the change needs to come. But all in all, it's just been a beautiful start, and I think the garden space is shaping up nicely.
Oh yes.
What do you think?
Oh, great!
Yes.
It's shaping up great.
Yeah.
I would like for them to take some. If you can get some pictures of it,
Yes, we are going to take a garden tour for the early stages, and we'll share some pictures on the screen of what the garden looked like before we started, and then we'll also take a tour, right? So before you got here, we kind of strategized on what we were going to talk about, and it's basically just sharing, our story, how you got into public office, why you chose public office, and why you chose to start growing your own food, and why is that important to you. So we're going to start with Councilwoman Brownson. I want to just tell me, what area did you grow up in?
I grew up in South Carolina in a rural area, and at that time I came from a large family, so we grew all our fruits and vegetables, all our meats, everything. We never had to go to the store to buy anything. If we needed something, we bargained for it.
Bargained for it.
Yes,
okay.
So we didn't buy things. But I got away from that. I initially didn't like being out in the hot sun, but that was life at that time. So therefore I never, continue that process of growing natural food. I would go to the store for everything.
Now you had lots of brothers and sisters,
I got 5 brothers.
Everybody else grows food except you.
Everybody in my family have a garden except me. I didn't like being in the dirt. I didn't like getting my hands dirty. I just want to go. I actually eat out a lot. I very seldom even cook.
You and me both.
But I'm trying to change my ways.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to do better.
Well, we can't tell that you live off of fast food. They might be able to look at me and tell a little bit, but we can't tell that you living on fast food over here.
But I love the outside. I don't mind being in the heat, so that doesn't bother me. But the way I got into public office is, I've been in this area for 30-something years.
And when you say this area, we're talking about Prince George's County, or just
right in this Forest Heights?
In Forest Heights, okay.
Yeah, I bought my house here in 1990.
Wow.
Yeah. So and when I was raising my kids, I didn't pay attention to politics and what was going on. I was just trying to make it, trying to live.
Okay.
Then after I got older, they left home. I started looking at the things around me.
Yeah.
And started getting more involved in the community. But then the opportunity came. Some people on the council say, "Well, you know, you need to run. You always been outspoken." They say.
Okay. So how did you? Before you got to that place, you had to be doing something in the community for people to recognize that you were outspoken. So what were you doing in the community?
Calling out and complaining.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah.
Calling over, they say y'all need to do this, y'all need to do
that. So I'm glad you said that, because that's a lot of times the missing piece. People don't raise their voice. They don't use their voice to make change. They feel like they are the only ones that that they're not strong enough, or their voice doesn't have the power that it has, but it does, because people listen.
Right.
Yes, they pay attention when you make enough noise.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's how I got started, and then I ran for election, and they voted me in. I, matter of fact, ran against the guy next door, right here.
Okay.
And I think I won maybe by 3 votes.
Oh my goodness! You beat him out. 3 votes. Now, when was that?
It was in 2017. I
2017.
think. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been in office ever since all that time?
No, then the next year somebody beat me out.
All right. Okay.
And then the next year I beat somebody else out. So that's the way it's been. But I've always raised my voice, and so that's how I got into being into this environment.
Awesome. If y'all haven't noticed, we got another lady in the frame. Tell us your name. And what you do for the town of Forest Heights, Mrs. Okay. I made her nervous, y'all. I make her nervous. It's okay.
I'm the council member for Ward 3 in the town of Forest Heights.
Awesome. So, back to you, Ms. Brownson. All right. So now we've talked. You shared with us your upbringing, your large family, everybody gardens but you. 9 brothers and sisters in total. It's 7 of y'all.
5 boys.
5 boys, 5. Okay. Just want to make sure I got it right. So 7, 5 boys, 2 girls. And you the baby out of
I'm the youngest.
I can believe it. Okay. Yeah, she is the youngest. And they did all the garden work while you sat around and probably pointed and told them what to do. Right? Yes. So now you are in a season of your life where you want to grow your own food.
Show my independence.
Show your independence. So, thank you for sharing your story with us. We're going to turn our attention to the lady reading the Irish reading. She's reading about gardening. She's getting educated. So, what brought you? I'm going to start there. What brought you to politics?
Well, first of all, my name is Jamila McDonald, and I'm a city girl, right? I was born and raised in Washington, D.C., and politics was all around me. We were made to watch the State of the Union. Every time whoever the president was, we were made to watch the State of the Union. We were encouraged to ask questions. And so it was always something that I was interested in terms of, news and world affairs and what was going on, not just in my immediate world, but what was going on around and outside. So I've always had a interest in wanting to know, who these people were, what they were, talking about, and how did it affect my life as a young girl. I've always
Okay. So, with that, you've always been interested in politics. And how did you come to town of Forest Heights?
I had an auntie who lived over on Quaid Street when I was a young girl. And I would come to visit her, and I always thought that the town was just a safe haven. It just seemed to be a nice little nook, and had its own personality, its own character, and it was safe when I would come to visit with my auntie. And so when I got the opportunity to purchase a home, I purchased my home. And the town of Forest Heights in May of 1996.
Oh, you've been a while too, huh?
Yes. And so my son is 32 years old today.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
I raised him here in the town of Forest Heights. And he's a very nice, well-rounded young man. I believe because I was able to raise him in a safe environment, and a community that cares.
That makes a difference. That makes a difference because when you can, share that burden a little with those around you and people. That was one of the conversations we had last time we were here. There was a lady came and she was sharing how long she's known you, right? About and how you raised her kids with her, helped her with homeschooling. So when you have people in the community who come alongside you, who you've grown up with, I think that just makes for a more enriching childhood, right? And for sure, for him. So with that, now we are here together. You are the president of the
council president. I'm council president, but I am also, I guess,
you're
one of the
on
committee members for the Green Team, Sustainable Maryland, Beautification with Council Brownson.
Okay. So that's what brings you to the garden.
That's what brings me to the garden.
Okay.
What actually first brought me to the garden was when I came on board as a council member, and there was an issue about not having water in the garden.
Oh, that's a big issue.
And so we had one of our original gardeners, as we called them, let us know that we did not have water. And so
now how long did they go without water?
It was a few months.
Okay.
It was at least about years.
Well,
when I got there, it was coming across.
Right.
It was a short period. But these old timers here, they I knew that Ms. Clark had been talking about it, right? And so we were dogged on getting more.
Right.
I think that was one of the things. So we got the water. And then I had always been interested in renewable energy, in sustainability, in recycling and things like that. And so when we got to applying for Sustainable Maryland certification, the community garden was one of the main things that I just seemed to zero in on. And I also, when I was growing up, my mom cooked fresh food. Like going to McDonald's was a total treat. You went to McDonald's, you were jumping up and down because it was just a treat, right? Yeah. But I grew up with fresh food, cooked all the time, And I thought, wow, this is an opportunity for me to get back to cooking food, growing my own food, and cooking fresh food.
So have you grown your own food before, or is this the first time?
This is my first time growing food. And when I bought my house, my mom used to say, girl, you can build a little garden back here. And I thought, okay, Mom, I hear you.
Right.
I said, this is an opportunity to
start that garden in your backyard.
Right? And to plant my own stuff. And I'm interested in tasting the freshness of it from the ground. Like that is what I'm waiting on, right?
You are going to be so blessed. You're going to feel like they've been cheating you all this time. When you go from taking a tomato from the garden that you've grown organically without all the pesticides and all the commercial fertilizers and stuff like that, the taste is so much different than something you get out the grocery store.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Khalilah, and that's interesting you said, because when I went to Ghana, West Africa, they took food from the ground into the table. And I did experience that, right? Where I had some spinach, I had some kale, and I'm telling you, I did not want to stop eating it. Like, that's how hearty and just good tasting it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to a piece of that candy you bought.
This is coffee. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to use our outside voices. Okay. Thank you. You see, she's sharing with me, y'all. I don't need it right now, but I'm a. Yes. So, Miss Paula.
Yes.
Share with us your story of how you came to politics.
How did I come to
And
politics?
use your outside voice.
Oh, use my outside voice. Well, something happened in the town. I don't know what, because something happening all the time. But I'm talking about more than 20 years ago. And I went to a meeting, and I sat in the meeting, and they were just fussing. I said, oh my goodness. I got up, I walked out. I went in the hall. Woman said, oh, why y'all here, sweetie? I said, too much confusion. She said, well, pray on it and go back in. I said, okay. I prayed on it and I went home.
Okay.
And I worked at the bank, and I worked with somebody who was a council person in Fairmont Heights. And she kept saying, Paula, get involved. You need to talk to Joyce. I said, I can't stand all that foolishness, man. So I talked to Joyce back, and she said, the only way you're going to change things is you have to become a part of them. Right?
Yep, that's right.
And I said, okay. So that's how I got on the council. I won by 1 or 2 votes, but that was enough to get there. Then I became the mayor.
Okay.
We did a lot of, I thought, good things. And then because after me, obviously, it took almost 4 mayors to get in a permanent place. Because one was, they kicked her off. Then one was, it was just a big mess. So, you know, but that's what happens in politics, right?
So what was it that made you want to raise your voice? Tell us the story about what made you want to raise your voice and affect change.
Well, because I've been here so long, since 75, it's just when you come to a place and you see things, you see how it's changing, and not always for the better, and you know how it was. I know people say, you know, things change. Yes, they change, but that doesn't change the sense of community, right? And that's what I've always been, and people have been pushing back on me. Is like, you know, you too concerned with the people, but what else I want to be concerned with? The people, right? That's what makes a community, and that's why, like, even this garden is a community garden.
That's right.
You know, and how do we communicate that to the residents? So, so that's always been my thing. I'm this, you know, quiet soul to most. Oh, excuse me.
Until somebody get on to the other side.
Until they get to the place. It's just like, even
so they take her there.
For things like the water, I mean, for 7 years, I didn't know they didn't have water. And when I got back on the council, I said, we got to make it happen. But they kept getting promises. They're going to get the water, get the water, get the water. And every meeting, we push it till we get the water. No excuse.
Right. So. And I did from what I remember from the stories that I've been told, the change of guard kind of got an administration. You know, people, you know, new people coming in, old people going out. You know, now it's not a priority. So you finally said, hey, we're gonna keep raising the noise. We're gonna keep making noise until it gets done. And now we got running water with good pressure here in the garden.
Thank you.
When they tell me about the stories of how they was bringing water, how they had to go all the way down here yonder to the fire hose, and it was a struggle.
And that's the other thing.
And they made it work because they
made it work, right?
They wanted to grow their own food because
And
they
then
understood the
barrels,
deliciousness.
barrels that Public Works would bring and replenish the water. But you know, they'd be out here at nighttime watering, doing their thing. But the other reality for politics, that's why you have to well, you should always try to respect. But when people put things in place, the next minute, even if it changes, you need to follow it through, right? So that's what had happened. You get people who don't serve the people, they serve their self or serve their ego. So they don't care about this, but they want to implement this. Well, why don't we finish this
and going.
Show the community that you care, because their voice has already been spoken.
Right.
That's why we've got all these things going,
Right.
because the community spoke out and said, hey, this is what we want. So when you come into office, you should carry those things out along with your agenda, if your agenda is in line with what the community wants,
Exactly.
because it's not about you.
It's not about you.
That's right.
And it's funny, the former mayor, when we had an auditor forever, and that same auditor, I kept saying, finance doesn't work like that. You need to change this because you need to know what these numbers are.
Yeah.
And we finally changed it, and he said, we got to do it because she gonna bring it up at every meeting. I said, that's right. It's on this list, and every meeting I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
So at least it's on the record. So you can't say later in life
Yeah.
that we didn't know, nobody brought it up. Yeah, I brought it up.
Well, I'm glad you decided to make sure that the water got here. So because it's made it easy for us, right? So tell us your garden story. Why did you decide now, so late in life?
Ooh, wait a minute, and do another one. So late in life.
To decide that you want to now grow your own food.
Well, during COVID, no one has anything to do. So I bought some tomato plants. I bought a lot of things, and I said, well, I'm gonna just give it a try. And when you see things grow, I don't have to eat it or even, but just to see it grow. So I had cucumbers, I had tomatoes, and something else. Peppers, yes.
Yeah.
And just to see it come out the ground and just know you grew it. Oh my God. So I did have a garden at home before, but the trees, start covering, so you can't do a garden because you need sun.
You need sun, yeah.
So then this was an opportunity, which I think year before last, Miss Audrey said, I'll work the garden for you and the mayor. And I said, okay. But Miss Audrey was put at the end, a little bit of spotting, whatever.
She was feeling some kind of way about that.
I was feeling some kind of way because I didn't want her to be down there. But anyway, so she got a few things out of the garden, but she has a garden at home too.
Oh, good.
So that's what. So I just want to be in the community, so I can say to the community, we have a garden.
Yeah.
I'm in the garden.
Yeah.
I want to pass my spot on to the next person.
Yeah. Awesome.
If we run out, hey, you can have this one. We already got something in the ground. Work it.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So that's the beauty of it. I'm loving the camaraderie, the sisterhood that you guys share. I love it.
I love it too.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get emotional. Oh, I feel like my mother now. But it's like the best place that I came. That you have a community of people that care about you.
Yes.
Yeah. She emotional.
I receive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Miss Smith. We get on the phone and we do sometimes Bible study, and I can just get emotional, start crying, but she's just right there. Right.
Yeah. And then I want to. Stop it.
See, that's what happened when you're the baby. Right? No emotion, no compassion, no nothing. I do. Look.
Oh my goodness.
Because when you come out, there's your neighbor.
Yeah.
There's somebody. Like I said on Saturday, it's no reason that anybody who's a part of a community should be hungry. We should know that. Yeah. I know if no food in my house, I'm coming to CP's house. I know she'll feed me.
That's right.
If it's just somebody you connect to so many people.
Just the beauty of us giving out produce Saturday.
Oh God.
We're not pushing the garden on you.
Right.
But so many people were willing to receive the free food. That tells you something.
Yeah.
And it's not a handout. It's here. It's here for any and everybody who wants it. And so many people being willing to receive that. And guess what? Now they feel closer. They feel closer to their community. They know that we care. They know that we are a resource. Right? And that just adds value to the space and to the place and to the people that are in it. Yeah. So
that's what happens when you get older. It's gonna come on her, but not just.
It's okay. We're not gonna mess with you too much. You're too much. But
I'll get my mother.
I feel your heart. I feel your heart, and I understand where it's coming from. And I'm just grateful that the town of Forest Heights has individuals like you who care so much that it brings them to tears about how important it is for us to have a community. have a place where we feel safe, and that we feel seen, and that we feel heard.
Exactly.
Right? Now I want to be a part of the town. I want to be a part of the community. Well, I am a part because of the work that I'm doing. So I'm just grateful that you guys brought me in, and that we're able to help out. So I want to say congratulations to you two for being the first ones in the community garden this season to plant out your garden beds, right?
Yeah.
You guys got your first seeds and your first transplants in the soil, in your beds. Tell us what you're growing this season.
Well, I want to thank Ms. Noble for encouraging me, because, this is not what I do. And I also want to thank Council President McDonald, because we were at a meeting. She said, "You're going to be a part of my green team." And I go, "No, I'm not." I remember that. And look, part of the green team.
Yes, yes.
So I want to thank both of them for encouraging me to do this.
Yes.
But what's in our garden is, and Councilwoman Noble bought the seeds, so I just turned it here.
And she waters it. She waters
And I water it.
Yeah, yeah.
So she can tell you.
What does it say? One plant, one plant, one
One
waters.
waters.
God brings the increase.
That's
All
right.
right, now.
That's right.
So that's what's going to happen here now.
That's right.
That's right. That's
We're
right.
planting, watering, and God's going to bring the increase.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
So you can tell them what's in the garden.
Well, we have sweet potatoes. Ooh, can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
We have watermelon,
Can't wait.
icebox, and heirloom. We have okra, beets, tomatoes, green beans, collards, mustard, and cucumbers. Yes. And I just want to thank Miss Denney.
Oh, yeah.
I want to thank her
Yeah.
because I'm gonna tell you, when those kids walk down the street or any volunteers come in, she's just so engaged and just put her arms around them, and they just come in and just it's
They had so much fun Saturday.
yes. Things work out in time, in its time, not in our time. So this is a good time for the community. It's a good time for the garden. It's just a good time, especially when we're out here every other Saturday. People see you out here working.
Yeah.
It's just, and know we're available. And then we're going to do better with signage, because that's one of my repeat things I will be saying at every meeting.
Yes.
And get
We
more
need more
people.
signs. Yes. Especially now that we have our set days.
Yes.
Especially during the summer, we want the kids to know that they can come here. This will be a safe place on Wednesdays, every week Wednesday. If they're not doing anything out in the community, this is a great place in the community for them to come, have some fun, get their hands dirty, learn about growing their own food, learn about growing flowers, because it's not just about the vegetables or the fruit. It's also about the plants, right? Because we have to take care of our pollinators. We got to give them a reason to want to come to the garden so they can pollinate our vegetables. So we're going to be planting some plants and learning about them as well. So I'm going to say, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or share? What are you planning on putting in your garden?
Yes, I see here now.
I have me some cucumber garden sweet burpless
Okay.
hybrid cucumber.
Yeah, those are kinds you can pickle. You can pickle those. They're nice.
I have some carrots here that are, it says Chantilly red cord.
Okay, ma'am.
And that. I have some salad sensation hybrid spinach.
All right.
Really looking forward to this.
I know.
And I have some beets for my smoothies.
All right. Detroit
Yes,
red.
Detroit
That's what we
red,
had,
medium top.
Detroit
it says.
red.
So these are my 4 I'm starting with.
Okay.
And then I'm going to eat some of theirs because they got some.
Listen, I already told them I want some of them sweet potatoes.
I know you
Right.
do. I know you do.
Yeah.
You can have it with, like I said, my family all have gardens. They live around here, so that's how I've been getting my fruits and vegetables.
I know that's right. Well, I know you guys out here, if you're in the area of Oxon Hill, Temple Hills, Fort Washington, Accokeek, Southeast, because we right on the line, right? Come on and share in the community that we have here. So every Wednesday and 2nd and 4th Saturdays is open to the public. We are here, we're educating. We have our seed talks on 2nd and 4th Saturday at 10 o'clock. But we're open starting at 8 on 2nd and 4th Saturday. From 8 to 12 on Saturday, and on Wednesday from 10 to 2. So this is a place to come and learn about the garden.
Today I'm going to be showing y'all around the garden and what we have to offer here at the Forest Heights Garden. I'm usually behind the camera at this Denney stage, so I don't know what I'm doing right here, but we're just going to come on and just have some fun with it.
Alright.
So you see all these bricks right here, where I was recording them before that patio. That's where we'll be putting all the bricks at. It's approximately, well, I counted it before because we had to put them there, but it's approximately about 1,000 bricks.
And
so
let's talk about
we'll be laying them right there as like a patio to put the chairs on top to prevent sinkage and when it rains and things of that sort. Ms. Denney, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I just wanted to share the reason why we're doing it. You're teaching a landscape class right now, right?
Yeah, landscape management class.
Yeah, so this is going to be one of your hardscapes hands-on demonstrations.
Yes, it will be.
Yep.
We're going to be building something right here. 3 beds, 50 feet beds. Are you good with the video? You look like okay. 50 feet beds, and we'll bed, walkway, bed. I think that's enough.
Yep.
So now let's go down to the bed. We built these beds by hand, so if you need, hit my phone number. I'll put it in the comments. Well, I won't because I don't want spam calls. So, and I spray painted the numbers. And me and my team, we've been filling up the bed with compost and mulch to really just help the producer grow. So I'm going to just show you some of the different beds we have. So as you can see, this is bed number 8. I'm not really sure what's planted in this bed, but I think this is the okra, right?
Nope.
No, what is
We got sweet potatoes in the center.
Sweet potatoes in the center.
And we got 2 types of watermelon growing on the side.
Okay. Yeah, so right now what you see my team doing and I, well, when I'm not behind the camera.
Right.
What we're doing is, you see the walkways, we're laying down
landscape fabric,
and we're going to be putting moss on top of it to just make it look nice.
Yep.
And, yeah. Just more beds over here. We have to clean this out. We haven't yet. That's on me. But we're going to clean this out soon. And we just need to find a good storage place for everything to be safe and not a fire hazard or anything like that.
Yeah.
So now we're taking a walk up here. This is my throne of compost. What we do with the compost is we mix it with the dirt into the beds. We mix it with the dirt that's already there, the mulch, and we just give it a nice, good blending, mixing, and so that it helps the plants grow. Let's keep on walking. On this truck right here, we loaded it up earlier. It's full with mulch, and James right here, he's helping take the mulch off the truck. James, you got anything to say? James, look, he been waiting on this one.
I'm getting a green thumb.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thanks to Miss Denney and her operation and the great supervisor Q.
Thank you.
Grateful.
Thank you for giving back, James.
And these are some more beds. Do you know what's in these beds right here?
This is Jamaican sorrel, a hibiscus plant.
Okay.
Yep.
So what does it produce?
Sorrel.
Okay.
The flowers.
It's not called sorrel, it's sorrel.
You want to spell it?
Sorrell. The reason I know that is because we drink sorrel.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so I know we drink sorrel.
Yeah.
Not sorrel.
Okay.
Where are we planting these?
So these sad-looking babies just need some water, but once they get some water, they're gonna jump right up. We're gonna plant them out front.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna plant those out front, and yeah, that's pretty much a tour. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you at the next video.